Bill's mentioned it's been a while since I had a video. Existing panel, there's not enough room on there to do double panels, so this is the laundry hall. So we're going to put 2 panels here, 1 and 1. I was just making this wall load bearing. It's got like a little beam in there. That was a good while ago. But when you start ripping into it, the joists actually don't line up with the studs. I made a secondary wall because when you put the panel here, if someone's hanging in a cabinet, you don't want them to screw into the all the electrics. There's going to be a lot of wires run here, so it just gives more space. Only costs 3.5 inches or something. All the water's live. The plumbing passed. They're going to be disposal, switch for the disposal. Trying to do some electric so that I can get breakers on once the panel gets set. Like I said, all the plastic's in. House is drying out. In the process of doing electrics, this room's light, which is going to become like an entry area, needed a second switch here. And that has to be a 3-way switch so that both switches run the same light, and this one needs a light, and it's going to be off the same breaker, so that tied into what was just this little back shed. Originally they had the furnace and well pump and such here. This used to slope down and the water came, and their solution to the rot problem was to throw a decking board with some aluminum trim on, which isn't the best. The door was falling down, it was all out of level, so I came in, built basically the 2-course foundation, cut out the rod, put in pressure treated. On the outside I'll stucco or render so it'll be like foundation, pull the deck board off, set the door. Now when they did the existing door, which isn't this one, they framed to the door. So I don't know if this will even pick it up, but it's got roughly 1/8 inch clearance, if. And they had cut the door down. Well, come to find out on the internet searches, because it's an exterior door in case of fire, fireman has to enter, it can't be below 6'6". So I had to put a metal support, cut out the what was the headers, and it's only got about 1/4 inch to the soffit, and that also made it have to be in swing. That guy did the cut through. So this was an original exterior wall. Basically just rip the stud work out, back it out, put in the 2x6, just reaching up in and cutting through the existing plaster, rip it all out, slide up the new ones, put in a king stud. There's the original stud, then there's a full length stud, then there's the what you call a crimp that carries the beam. To screw it together, I just ran right through the plaster at angles that would catch the lumber and fix it all together how it should be. So this room's got outlets all the, well, is wired all the way around correctly and has it run to the breakers. And this one hasn't changed much except the big perk has, the toilet works, flushes. I'm gonna have this little outlet there, which is required. That's the light. I just have a cap over that. This is roughly the same. All the plumbing stuff. I did get in the on demand, which kind of interesting. So it runs on 150 amps, but each one of these is 50. So if you're only using one shower, that's a low flow, it'll only turn 50 amps on. Then as demand increases, it can stage up the usage so that you're not overdrawing electric for unneeded energy. This guy's got his light. That's all. It's all going to be one circuit. And, so none of this really has changed too much. Moving on to the current project. There's going to end up being the dormer. Now, weather's being keeps changing the weather predictions, so I just assume frame, joist the interior, and then cut through so that it's open and exposed for the shortest period of time. I don't know if you can see, but those carry up to the ridge. That's 3 2x6s. Run all the way to the ridge. Then they're gonna run down, and today is going to get, hopefully, a stacked double 2x8. It's gonna come there, and then have 2x4s coming down, picking up the floor joists, so it'll end up with a semi-triangle truss. Normally you would just stack out the top there, the ridge, the actual top of the roof, but the way this works, it's actually a triangle truss that transfers the load. So right in here is going to go a stacked 2x8 that'll come across to carry that part of the roof, transfer it over down this beam, carrying it to floor joists. I don't know, not too much. I mean, there's the light in the one room. You just basically cut up floorboards and drill through, and the other room, this one that had a light, actually had that fan. I don't know if you saw on the floor, but when you went to pull it out, well, one thing, it was off center. It just had wires run up this joist that had no outside sheathing. So it was just, I don't think they're here. Oh, there they are. It was just these wires, not bound together, twisted with wire caps, not in a box. So obviously you can't trust any of that. Here's your vent. That's where the stack's gonna come up for the bathroom. Just happens to work out that it's lies out for the toilet. Found a old-time Budweiser can in the floor joists. Kind of nice. So that's about where it stands here now. Bathroom ended up a little bit smaller than I wanted, just because the length of the joist and touching there and touching there. In order for it to extend more, it would have required ripping through the roof, and I want to have it pre-framed so that it's as quick as possible, just partly for cold, partly for rain. They're going to end up being the stacks once you put them together. That is how it is.